Good evening, everybody. Hopefully we are live. Oh, I have some. Let me turn that off there. All right, get a little audio feedback here. How's the audio, guys? Sounds good. All right, thanks, Marcus. Okay, so Marcus and Steve, welcome to our inaugural stream here. Hopefully, this will be the first stream of many. We're gonna give this one a test run and see how it goes. I have a little behind the scenes magic going on. I have a laptop beside me so that I can respond in chat. Oh, hi, Robert. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for joining, RP. I have a laptop beside me, so I can respond to chat directly on YouTube as well. I've got stuff over on the other computer for handling my stream. I've got cameras, I've got mics and everything. So hopefully everything goes off smoothly. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to go through a discount box of slabs. So one of our partners just bought a large collection, and when they buy collections, they're buying the collection for the big books. They only want the super high value stuff, and what they always end up with is, you know, a bunch of slabs that are fine slabs, but you know, they're not super valuable, and we try to, you know, pick that stuff up so we can pass on savings to you guys. What we're going to do is we're going to show all the slabs on our overhead cam. We're going to have a sticker on it for what the price is going to be for stuff that ends up on our site. Anything that gets claimed now in this stream, we'll give you a discount on it. We'll give you, let's say we'll give you 10% off for one slab. If you buy more than one slab, we'll give you a graduated discount. We'll give you some more discounts. If you see a slab you want, claim it in the comments section. Then I can go back through in the comments and see who grabbed what after the stream is over, okay? The other thing is we will be doing a giveaway as well during this broadcast. And I believe that I have my cloud bot set up that when I run the contest, it'll automatically run in the YouTube chat. Message will come up saying there's a contest, you've got an entry, and you know, type this keyword into the chat, and it will automatically enter you, and then it will draw a winner from that. So fingers crossed that actually works. Worst case scenario, I don't imagine we're gonna have a huge amount of viewers on this first one. Worst case scenario, I type people's names into a spinning wheel and we spin it. Okay, so we'll do that as well. Maybe we'll start that contest maybe when we get sort of like 2/3 of the way through the box, and then that way people can join into that as they go. A couple other things I wanted to announce before we get rolling is we recently did an update on our site, which I can actually show you guys. So just in a second, you're going to see our website here. You'll notice on the top now there is a header banner saying add $100 to unlock a free gift. That could be anything bought through our site, and it counts down. So as you add stuff to your cart, it will count down and tell you how much more you have. So if you're buying some books and you spent like $70, maybe you want to spend an extra 30 on something else, and then you'll get a free gift. It'll be an exclusive or a variant or like a virgin cover or something like that. We'll find something exciting for you guys in there. Okay. So let's get right into it and start off. Oh, this box is packed so full. Hold on. All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, So most of these books, they're going to be they're going to be higher quality books. It might not be 9.8s. That's why the price is lower. I don't know why I have 2 stickers on this one. But so Star Slayers number 2. This is the origin and first full appearance of the Rocketeer. Okay, as you can see, our regular price on that is going to be $80. Like I say, we're going to do 10% off of the regular price right off the bat for anybody. And if somebody buys a bunch of slabs, we'll give you a deeper discount on that as well. It's a pretty cool find. I didn't realize that Star Slayer actually had any key issues until I started collecting comics and having to, go through Comic Book Realm and look up, well, why is this a key and why is that a key? So it's just something neat that that I was able to find out, because I took a big break from collecting. I collected till I was in my 20, till I was 20, and then I took a break for 25 years and then started again. So I was out of the loop for a while, but obviously we've jumped right back in with both feet. Okay, let's take a look here. How am I going to... I know what I'll do. I'll do this. We actually have 2 copies of that book. I guess that's why I've got the sticker twice on one book. We have 2 copies of the same grade on that book as well. So if it happens that more than one person wants one, we can accept the first 2 claims, and then we can go from there. Now, I just want to check and make sure the comments are actually working on the post. Maybe they aren't. I don't see... Is there an option to comment on the actual live stream, or is it just the chat, guys? I think it's just the chat, eh? Generally curious how our turnaround times for CBCS verified subs. Okay, so CBCS turnaround times without verification. Oh, thanks, Robert. Okay, so make your claims in the live chat. And I will, I'll make a note of stuff as it comes along, okay? My stream should be recording the live chat, so when I go back and replay this after, it'll have the live chat embedded. So, but regardless, I will try to catch them on here. So, CBCS turnaround times right now for moderns is pretty fast. It's comparable to CGC, probably a couple of weeks once they receive it. Now, the signature verification obviously adds additional time on that, because it goes to a different location for signature verification before it goes to CBCS for encapsulation and grading. I usually tell people to expect to add on an extra 4 weeks for single signature verification of what we would consider a mainstream signature. So if there's a book that has tons of signatures of that type, 4 weeks. Multiple signatures or more rare signatures, you could be looking up to 8 weeks for signature verification. Hi, Joe. Welcome to the chat. Joe, I know you just joined. If you see any of the slabs that we're showing tonight, these discount slabs, we're doing an automatic 10% off for anybody in the chat if they want one. If people want more than one discount slab, we'll give them a bigger discount. This is stuff that we've acquired from a collection where our partner who bought the collection kept all the super high value stuff. So this is just a lot of, lower value but nice stuff. So, hello there, 3V man. Thanks for joining. Okay, Detective Comics 574. Regular price would be $8. Oh, by the way, in case anybody's... Oh, hey, Todd. In case anybody's wondering, they're from outside of Canada. We have followers from all over the world. All these prices are in Canadian dollars. So if you're in the United States or in a foreign country, we'll obviously convert this to your currency, and you'll get the 10% off of that as well. So I know we do have a lot of followers in the United States, and we have several regulars in Australia as well. So Detective Comics 574 in a 9.4. Oh, thanks for the sub. Now, did anybody notice if a little bar came up and said so and so subbed on my stream? Hopefully it did. I'll be testing that out later on. It's supposed to give like a live widget will tell you when people subscribe and follow and things like that. It's actually a pretty cool cover. Sort of a classic cover with Batman holding Robin. It's interesting how it's more of a painted style in here, which I actually kind of like that more. Ah, perfect, it did. Well, look at that. Our widget is working. So our widget should show subscribers, followers. Not that I expect anybody to give us tips, but if somebody happened to tip something, I think it comes up and says tips and donations and stuff. We don't really have anything set up advertising that because, you know, we're not doing this stream looking for, obviously, looking for tips. So, okay. Uncanny X-Men number 158. So, first appearance of Rogue in title. Oh, I guess this must be the first appearance of Rogue in the actual Uncanny X-Men title, obviously. Rogue was already had her first appearance. Appearances of Starjammers, Mystique, and even Carol Danvers. So 1982, Dave Cockrum cover, Chris Claremont story in a 9.2. It's more of a... It's funny to see how far Rogue has come along. You can see how she was, you know, portrayed back then. Although Wolverine's still pretty close now to the way he was drawn then. Fantastic Four 192. This is the Texas Twister appearance, in case you happen to be a Texas Twister fan. And this has there's a quote on here. It says it has a pizzazz insert. I guess there was some sort of insert in this book when it was released for pizzazz. I don't know what that is, but sort of a classic Fantastic Four cover. 1978. That really looks really good for a book from 1978. I like the colors on the cars, like it's a hippie, some sort of hippie car flying around through the tornado. Alright, what else have we got in here? Doctor Strange, number 61 in a 9.2. This is kind of a classic Doctor Strange cover. This also has a Dracula and Blade appearance. So if you're a big fan of the resurgence of Blade in comics, which has really been doing very well, this would be a good one to add to your collection, especially because it has Dracula and Blade in the same comic. How many? I guess my stream doesn't tell me. Oh, I look at 19 people watching. I really appreciate this, guys. Our first stream. It seems to be going fairly smoothly. I'm sure we'll learn things and as we go along, but I really appreciate the support. We'd like to do more of these. I had a chat with my kids, so I said I'll be live streaming, guys. So try not to, you know, video bomb my stream. Alright. Oh, this is nice. Venom number 25 in a 9.8. So this is the I might pronounce this wrong. The Stocco variant cover, James Stocco cover. And it is Venom number 190 in the storyline of the main story arc. There, if I believe correctly, Venom 25 had a ton of variant covers in that one. Yeah, it's a nice cover. Venom is one of the few series that I personally collect. It is a cool cover, Steve. I agree. I think the Venom storyline has a lot of legs now that it's not all about Eddie Brock, right? So there's Dylan, and then there's Dylan's friend who became the Red Goblin. His name escapes me right now. And the expansion of the sort of the movement through time and the different Venoms and all that interaction and how he's looping back over within himself. I think there's lots of opportunity for great storylines in that. I like the writing in it right now, and I think the art's pretty solid. I wish they could make the Venom movies not look so... I don't even know why they look so bad. It's the type of animation or something. It's hard to explain. But all of the symbiote stuff, it just looks... It doesn't look smooth, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Oh, Marcus. I have a Walking Dead 163 9.8. This is the Death of Paula, and there's a 5-page Extremity preview in there as well. And this is the variant cover. It's the Charlie Adlard cover. See, Landon's got a sharp eye. Is that the 1 in 20? I mean, I trust you, Landon. I know that you know things. Yeah, I guess when they tell you the variant on the title, they don't tell you what kind of the ratio is. They just tell you who the artist was. But yeah, that Venom is a 1 in 25 variant, guys. Compliments of Landon, who's looking that up for me. Yeah, that's a nice... it's a nice copy. Oh, well. If there's a niche collector in here, an E-Man number 4 in a 9.4. Now, why somebody slabbed this book, I don't know. I mean, it's in great condition for a book from 1974. Charlton Comics, classic in there. But it is an oddity. That classic Charlton art style in there. With the guy who's always smiling on the back. Look who's smiling now. That's also the What If Rick Grimes. Are you telling me, is that the storyline in that particular comic, or? Okay. Superboy 228. So this is Death of the Chemical King. I didn't even know there was a Chemical King, but apparently he dies in this issue. So 1977 in a 7.5, sort of that traditional style from that area. Everybody's super shocked on the cover with the really bright pinks and purples. Actually, I'm surprised that it's only a 7.5 because the cover's in really good. Oh, that's why. It was never cleaned. That's why it's a 7.5. Then you see all that dirt would have, you know, all that would have come off easy. So that's why it's a 7.5. The book's actually probably a much higher candidate than that. Star Wars. Star Wars number 43. So, it's part 5 of the Empire Strikes Back adaptation. And it's funny because I'm pretty sure there's another key significance in this book that's not noted on the cover. Somebody out there with the Star Wars knowledge knows off the top of their head? If you do, let me know. I thought there was something else that had to do with Lando Calrissian in Star Wars number 43, but that's a nice book in a 9. And of course, that adaptation of Empire Strikes Back is always a popular. It's always a popular run. Lots of people are always looking for that. Oh, and we have one in a 7.5 as well. So obviously a little less money for that one. Star Wars number 39. Part 1 of the Empire Strikes Back adaptation in a 7.5. Classic cover, Darth Vader. There's a lot of really good Darth Vader covers. I even like a lot of the new covers. They've been doing a really good job with Darth Vader. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, how many times can you do a Darth Vader cover? I mean, he wears the same thing all the time, looks the same. But I think they've done a really nice job of keeping the Darth Vader covers sort of fresh and engaging as they make the new ones. So again, niche market, but Seven to Eternity. Steve, have you read Seven to Eternity? Steve's great. He reads a lot of the sort of the offshoot storylines and things like that. He does reviews as well on what the writing's like and the art and everything like that. It went on for a while. It must have been a popular series at the time. Storyline must have been decent. I haven't read it. So this is obviously number 2. Jerome Opena, cover and art. Yeah, that's the main cover. It's kind of neat, actually. They've done the back is like a blank cover, so you could get a sketch. You could get a sketch done on the back if you wanted. Yeah, we actually have 2 of those that came with this one. Just in case there was more than one Seven to Eternity collector out there. So what else would you guys want to see in live streams? So we could set up stuff in the future. I was thinking about maybe doing some basic cleaning and pressing, like tutorials in a live stream, just sort of talking about supplies, different types of erasers, how to handle books, things like that. Nothing like super complicated, not really showing a whole process of here's how you do everything, but just sort of like saying this is how we work with things if you're doing that. Because a lot of the sort of standard cleaning and pressing stuff, especially for moderns, with a little bit of practice, right? Anybody can do that. There's really not a whole lot of difficulty in that. It's the older stuff and the stains and the dirt and all that kind of thing where experience really matters. But would love to see some of that content for lives. All right, Andrew. Well, maybe what we'll do is I'll save some. Oh, well, thanks for joining, Andrew. I didn't realize you had joined. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do another live and we'll do some basic, like, here's how you do the basics. Maybe we'll do some Q&A and people can ask questions. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks, 3B man. All right, well, I guess, look, there seems to be a consensus here, so for sure, we'll definitely, yeah, okay, David. What we'll do is, yeah, we'll set something up for that too, and we'll just, we'll talk about the basics. We'll do some Q&A. People are always interested, obviously, even if they're not planning to do it for themselves. They want to know how, just basically how it's done. Spawn number 3, Classic Spawn cover in a 9.6. Outcast #1. So from, Image / Skybound. First appearance of Kyle Barnes, who I assume is the main character in the storyline. I haven't read this storyline. In a 9.8. And I think what we'll do, I would say we're about sort of halfway through this box. I think what I'm going to do is the contest, I think, runs for 15 minutes. I'm going to fire off the contest now to start, because it takes 15 minutes to run, and then hopefully that is going to work. Oh, look at that. Came up in there. So, if you take a look at the chat, it's going to be, as the giveaway started, use exclamation mark giveaway to enter the contest. So if you put exclamation mark and giveaway in the chat, it will automatically log your username as being in the contest, and then when the timer runs out, it will pick a winner as well. At least that's what's supposed to happen. So far, so good. It's working so far. All right, perfect. So hopefully, yep, I see that coming up over here on my streaming software. So I'm going to refresh this, guys. I just want to see if it's picking up the... I don't see any on this side. Can somebody try entering giveaway without the exclamation mark? I just want to see if that's going to make a difference. Thanks, Todd. Okay. All right, so let's check behind the scenes here. Well, maybe it takes a little bit to come through. Worst case scenario, I'll scroll back through the chat, like I say, and I'll put them on a wheel if we have to. It does. I mean, it looks like it's working. So stick with the exclamation mark. That's what I believe it is. That's how it separates the contest entry from just like general chat. So Sandman #10. The Wes Craven Shocker, I guess there's a Wes Craven's Shocker poster insert. Dollhouse Part 1. Actually, the Dollhouse by, I think, was it DC Black Label? The Dollhouse? That was a really cool storyline, actually. I really enjoyed reading that one. Spider-Woman #50 in a 9.4. The startling conclusion of the saga of Spider-Woman. Now this is interesting because this cover is really unlike most of the other covers. First of all, it has like a cosplay character box, and the artwork on the cover is really different from the rest of that run. I'm not sure if they did that because it was a landmark issue. It was issue number 50. The death, and it's the quote death of Spider-Woman. Oh, it's a photo cover. So that is a photo. So photo cover, and this is the last issue in that particular in that volume as well. That's actually a cool book. All right. What If #29. Marcus, I think the stream, we're like two-thirds through this box already. It's not going to be a super long stream. There's like sort of like 11 minutes left in the contest timer. So I think when the contest timer ends, we'll find out who the winner is. I have some selections of some variants and exclusives here that will all sort of, you know, display, and then the winner can pick which one that they want. And if you already have a hold box with us, we'll just add it into your hold box, obviously, into the paid section. If you don't, that's fine too. If you don't have holds with us, if you're in North America, we'll ship it out to you free of charge. If you're international, well, we'll figure something out. We'll probably send it to you free of charge anyways, but we'll play that by ear. Okay, What If 29 newsstand edition. So this is actually interesting because this is one where they did note it as a newsstand edition previously. I wonder when it was graded. Because really it's only until recently that CGC has really acknowledged sort of newsstands as a variant. I know it's not a variant, but it's got a different print run. What If number 30 again, newsstand edition. Inhumans backup story by Peter Gillis. I assume that's Peter Gillis, the Rob Layton cover. It's actually a cool. That's actually a cool what if. Like what if Spider-Man's clone lived? You know, yeah, there's you got the clone saying the world's not big enough for the both of them, and he'll never have a chance to escape the tube that he's locked him in. Oh yeah, Miss Marvel #1, where Kamala Khan becomes the new Miss Marvel. Of course, Miss Marvel's now a mutant because since she was resurrected on Krakoa, and she's hanging around with all the mutants now, which I believe was done to bring her. It's funny because it's to bring her comic book powers apparently in line with what they were looking at doing for her in the cinematic universe, which is funny because they're actually modifying her in comics to fit what's going in the Silver Screen, whereas usually it's the other way around, where the Silver Screen is looking back at comics and, you know, deciding what they're going to do for that. Punisher War Journal #1, Origin of the Punisher in a 9.6. Now, I have seen this book picking up steam. We had several copies on our website a couple months ago, and they all sold within a short window of each other. So I don't know if Punisher is having a popularity resurgence or not, but usually when that stuff all sells together, you know, something is going on. This one is the Punisher is $80 Canadian regular price, but it's 10% off and obviously no taxes for people that are on the stream, so it's like $72. Yeah, see, yeah, Steve is saying, yeah, Punisher's come back again. Yeah, Punisher is it's been picking up steam again, right? So War Journal is good, is a good buy because the main Punisher Volume 1 #1 obviously is spiking a lot faster. It's kind of like the difference between Amazing Spider-Man and, you know, like Spectacular Web of Spider-Man, right? It's a lower value point to buy into, but also means that it's much more affordable to get into as well, right? Okay, what we got here? yeah, I know it's odd, right? It's funny, yeah. The things that you're like, oh yeah, I bought that when it was off the spinner rack. Now this is a neat neat book. Sorry, its regular price on our site would be $80 Canadian for that, but I hadn't actually seen the Superman book before. Superman Red Sun, you know, he's watching you with the sort of not Russia, but the the whole communist feel to it, right? You know, always watching you. And this is a not that it's a trade paperback, but this is like a thicker square bound. Yeah, the Soviet Union. Superman has created a global Soviet Union. Well, we don't need that. We have enough problems already. You still have that journal raw, eh? Well, hold on to it, Steve. Keep it in good shape. One day. Might be worth a lot, who knows? Alright. Fantastic Four, number 240. This is actually one of my... I really like this cover. Whenever I see this cover, I just think it's so much... There's so much going on in the cover, and the colors are so great. 1982, Quicksilver and Crystal's daughter are born and in human appearance. In a 9.6, right? Which is really nice. Yeah, and the colors are really great. I love all the detail back in the back of the city. How they filled all that in to create depth. Yeah, it definitely is an action-packed cover. All sorts of stuff going on in there. Definitely not some like quick, you know, 5-minute knockoff cover. Alright. Detective Comics 568 from 1986 and a 9.6. Notes are Penguin appearance, and it's the Klaus Janson cover and art. There was this weird period in Detective Comics, I forget the issue number range though, where the art was just really like wacky, like totally out of character for the rest of the run. And I don't know if they were trying to appeal to a different audience. Maybe they were trying to, you know, bring in younger audience or something. It's hard to say, but it's just this very bizarre period when you look at it and you're like, what the heck is going on, you know, during that period of time. Oh, and a crossover with the Legends storyline. Okay, Detective Comics 570 from 1987 in a 9. So Joker and Catwoman appearance. It's actually that classic Joker with the huge smile, the green hair and the white skin, and the old school Catwoman costume. Before Catwoman was in a unitard, basically, like her unitard all the time. This is my, like, I'm not a big DC guy, but I do like the old Batman Detective Comics with the classic Joker covers. I just think they're really cool. Back to like Jack Nicholson playing the Joker, you know, way back in the day with the crazy smile and all the face paint. All right, and this is the last one from this box, guys. Okay, Detective Comics 573 in a 9.6. So we've got Mad Hatter in here, apparently trying to kill people with old school council hats, serrated council hats. 1987. And I don't know how many of these there are in this collection. Apparently there's like 5 other boxes of sort of low value CGC stuff. So I don't know how much of that we're gonna buy up. It's hard to say. I don't have a giant warehouse or a giant shop, as my regulars know. So we have to use our space very wisely. and so I don't want to have a ton of like, you know, filler issues, right? Yeah, old school Joker covers are awesome, and it's nice to see more collectors collecting that now. With the I shouldn't say resurgence, but with a lot of people now collecting based on like cover art. I have all sorts of regulars that they don't collect a particular series, or, you know, I mean, they probably do, but they're mainly collecting for aesthetics. So either they like an artist, particular artist style, or a certain genre of art, you know, painted covers, or more modern covers, whatever, or just stuff they think is cool, and they're just picking that up. And I have seen Joker covers have been more popular over the past year. Usually, if I put up a book and I put a note on there that says Joker cover or classic Joker or something like that, normally that book sells within a couple of weeks on our store. Yeah, definitely more in demand, which is good because, you know, DC doesn't always pull so high in the aftermarket. There's not as much demand for it, and so it's nice to see people are still looking for those classic issues. Okay, so it definitely did not catch the entry, so I'm gonna scroll back through, and I'm just gonna make a prize wheel, guys, here. So bear with me while I prize wheel. Okay, just gonna online prize spinner. Online prize spinner. Okay, wheel of names, random name picker. Okay, and I'm just going to... Yeah, DC does not get the love. It is true. Okay, so I'm going to scroll back through here and look at all of the... Alright, so we got Todd, Joe, Andrew C., Michael M. Did I get Andrew? Andrew M. J. Philibert, sorry about that. H-I-L-L-E. Marcus. Landon. 3. B-Man. Okay, yep, and we got Todd, 3 Bean Market. Robert N. Steve, and did I get? I think that is David S. David S. Good. Okay. All right, I got everybody entered in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to my top monitor so you guys can see this, okay? And we are clicking to spin. And you guys are on a little delay. Well, not too far of a delay. Oh, look at that. Mr. White. Mr. White is our winner for tonight. So what I'm going to do, Mr. White, is I'm just going to show you some stuff here, guys. These are some variants and exclusives that we just have, and then you can tell me, Steve, what you're thinking of, okay? You can just type it out for me, all right? Department of Truth, J. Ferguson. This is the, I forget who the variant is, but this is the Gambit number 5 variant. I have a little stack here I'll go through. Moon Knight number 2 variant edition. Moon Knight Black, White, and Blood number 1 variant edition. The Superman Son of Kal-El 5. This is the DC Pride first Kiss cover, which was a big, big thing at the time. Dark Knight's Metal number 7, Tyler Kirkham. Dark Knight's Metal number 4, Ryan Brown. The Ryan Kirkham Minimal Batman Catwoman number 1. This one is the what issue number is this? It's the Orzu Virgin Department of Truth. Sorry I can't tell you the issue number off the top of my head, but that's actually a pretty cool cover. Fear State Alpha Batman number 1. Almost through the stack, guys. Joker number 1. I forget which variant this is. The Department of Truth variant. Yeah, that's a nice one. And then, of course, we had other ones that we had. For next time, we had one of the Punchline Gotham game. Joker variant. Like the cool version of that one and a couple of those. So, oh, where did that one go? All right, well, there you go, Steve. That book is going into your file, marked as paid, so that you can enjoy that one. So, I want to thank all you guys for joining our stream tonight. I think that it went pretty good. Obviously, I'll have to figure out why my it didn't collect the entries. It looks like everything came up in the chat perfectly fine, and it just didn't count the entries. So I'll sort that out. Hopefully I'll have that figured out by the time we do the next one. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll do I don't know what we'll do next. I might do an intro to basic cleaning and pressing supplies live stream where people can ask about, what do I use, how does this work, things like that, and then we can just see where things go from there. Just want to make sure that we are doing stuff that you guys want to see. So if there's something that you want to see, something you'd like to see in a live stream, you can always drop us a line. I'll make like a list or a file of stream ideas, and then we'll go from there. So thanks again, guys. I really appreciate the support, and I'm looking forward to more of these in the future. Signing off.